Now is Gerald Feierstein. He is a retired ambassador and senior vice president at the Middle East Institute in Washington, D.C. He joins us from Washington. Thanks so much for speaking to us. I mean,
pleasure.
We heard what would be expected from Mahmoud Abbas, the rejection over again. But I mean, how open were the ears that he was speaking to at the United Nations? We said before, the UN has a history of disappointing the Palestinians. Is there any reason to believe something different might happen this time?
Well, I think that certainly in terms of where the Security Council is going to come out, as long as the United States has a veto, one can assume that there's not going to be a Security Council resolution that rejects the Trump plan. I think that, in fairness, Mahmoud Abbas was really appealing to a larger audience beyond the Security Council conference room. He was talking to the international community, the General Assembly, and as he referred to the U.S. Congress, certainly to opinion makers here in the United States.
What about, though, we had heard prior to this that he was going to present an alternative proposal. Can we still expect something to come from the Palestinians on that front, a formal proposal?
Well, it would make sense for them that at this point they really need to put something on the table that demonstrates that they are committed to a peaceful resolution of this conflict, that they do have specific ideas. I think that if they can couch their proposal in the terms of existing Security Council resolutions and also the Declaration of Principles that was signed by the Israelis, the Palestinians, and the United States, it would strengthen their hand. There's an old saying in American baseball that you can't beat something with nothing. And I think that it's probably a wise move for the Palestinians at this point to put an alternative proposal on the table that people can take a look at and perhaps decide is a more realistic path to peace than the Trump plan.
Would there be expected reluctance, though, because they said so clearly from the onset that they will not even negotiate on the basis of Trump's so-called deal of the century, and basically putting forth a counter-proposal would make it look as if they're somehow engaging in negotiation here?
Well, this is a fine line for them. They do have to say, and they do have to be clear, that they're not cutting off negotiating opportunities. They do need to demonstrate that they are open to a peaceful resolution with the Israelis. But quite correctly, they won't negotiate on the terms that Donald Trump has put forward. They do need to say, and they have said, that if the Israelis are willing to sit down and discuss a proposal on the basis of existing council resolutions and other plans, the Palestinians are ready.
Okay, Gerald Feierstein, thank you so much for joining us from Washington there. Very much appreciate it.